All right, but now all your turkey planning is probably complete. Tomorrow you will cook, then eat, and, well, then comes this. And by some estimates, 1 in 3 people snore, but this year the gift of silence could be just a zap away with a simple laser procedure new to North Texas. Details now from Channel 8 medical reporter Janet St. James.
Nights become a nightmare, even with the perfect man. When you live with sounds like this.
Makes you tired too, right, girl?
Well, have you ever heard 2 freight trains crashing every 2 minutes? Just over and over and over. Shut up!
Despite a sleepless night for her, Debbie Jones is smiling on this morning.
It's going to be a lot quieter at our house, I think.
That's because her husband is about to have his snoring and sleep apnea problems zapped, as is Montana Padilla.
So I'm going to numb up, and we're going to start on the left side.
Dr. Craig Schwimmer of the Snoring Center is prepping these patients for a laser tonsillectomy.
Rather than a traditional technique where we would go to the operating room, apply a general anesthetic, and then actually excise the entire tonsil, what we did was we just numbed up his mouth and then used a laser to whittle away the tonsil tissue.
Here's why it works. Think of tonsils as drapes. When they're too big, they close up the airway. But when the tonsils are opened up, air can pass more freely and snoring stops. This procedure works only for people with large tonsils.
Blow out.
Montana's tonsils are about the size of walnuts. Healthy ones are usually much smaller and more narrow, like an almond.
I'd say we reduced the tonsils in size by about 70% on the left and about maybe 75–80% on the right.
The whole process takes less than half an hour.
And also the scarring that's going to form will stiffen the tissue and make it less likely to vibrate and collapse, which should help with the snoring and apnea.
Dr. Schwimmer says it'll cut down on the number of sinus infections Montana Padilla gets too. This 15-year-old is hoping it'll also help his studies.
Lack of sleep, I really can't concentrate and stuff on work.
The laser tonsillectomy isn't for children, nor is it covered by insurance.
And everyone says the older you are, the more difficult it is to go through a traditional tonsillectomy. You're talking about being out of commission for at least 2 weeks and miserable because of it. And this procedure is a day or 2, and it's over.
Actually, Randy Jones says he needed no recovery time and went back to work the next day. His wife is looking forward to finally hearing this at night. Janet St. James, Channel 8 News.